I was 13 in the summer of 2010 and stranded in Puerto Escondido, a sweltering small fishing village on the coast of Oaxaca. My mom sent my cousin Diego and me away to stay with our Aunt Rosa for a month so she could deal with some problems at work back home in California. Aunt Rosa's house was old and creaky, with peeling blue paint, and smelled of fried fish and lime from the kitchen. She was a stern woman in her mid-50s, owned a small taco stand on the beach, and frequently yelled at us to stop tracking in the sand. Diego, 15, was her son. Tall and gangly, he adored his old skateboard and spun goofy jokes to cover up how much he was afraid of everything. I, Juan, was the cocky one, too cool to be afraid of anything. But that summer turned everything around. We are pulling out our backpacks today on the first day, and Tia takes me aside seriously. "Mijo, don't go anywhere near that house at the end of the street. The girl who lives there, Elena, she's not okay." I roll my eyes because I think she is just being crazy and overprotective. "What? Is she going to jump me or something?" I laugh. Tia does not laugh. She just grips harder on my arm, her nails digging in. "I'm serious, Juan. Stay away." Diego stands behind her, flipping through a soccer magazine, and says, "Yeah, dude, listen to Ma. That girl has bad vibes." I try to blow it off, but see Elena in her yard later. She is around 16, very skinny, and has long black hair all matted like she hasn't brushed it in weeks. She is standing in her yard, staring at the ground, scratching her arms, red, raw scratches like she has been cutting herself. I wave to be friendly, but she freezes and doesn't even glance up. It's strange, like she knows I am there but won't admit it. That evening, I'm in the guest room, playing around with my old Nokia phone, when I heard Tia on the phone in the kitchen. She's speaking softly and trembling. "No, Lupe, she hasn't spoken since her father's boat sank last spring. She just wanders the streets at night, mumbling crazy stuff. Sounds like no language I've ever heard." Diego is also there, cutting in. "Mom, come on, you really believe that? They say she's cursed or something." Tia spits. "Don't say that, Diego." The priest attempted to pray for her, but she screamed like he was hurting her. Something is not right with that girl. I'm sitting on the wall, my heart pounding, thinking, what is going on? Elena's dad was a fisherman, went out one night, and didn't return. The town said his boat washed up in pieces, but nobody was found. Now Elena is doing this? I'm curious, but Diego's warning holds. "Don't get involved, Juan." The following morning, I'm kicking a soccer ball back and forth with Diego in the yard when I see Elena at her window, watching us. She has dark, piercing eyes like she's trying to burn a hole through me. "Hey, Diego, she's staring at us," I whisper. He looks over and then immediately away. "Dude, don't look back. My friend Paco said she was okay before her father died. She used to draw and sing. Now, she's like hollow." He kicks the ball hard like he's shaking off a chill. "Paco saw her last week at the market, just standing there, whispering to no one. It scared him." I try to joke it off, but my gut is twisted. That afternoon, I'm riding my bike by her house, a rickety shack with a rusty gate that creaked like a living thing, and I could have sworn I heard her call out my name, Juan, soft and sharp, like it's in the wind. I ride faster, telling myself it's nothing. A few nights after that, I'm lying fast asleep when something is at my window. I'm on the second floor, and there are no trees around. My heart is in my throat. I grab my phone and shine its light. Nothing but a dark ocean in the distance. Then I hear scratch again, not at the window but at the wall behind my bed. I turn on the lamp and see new jagged scratches on the plaster as if someone ran a nail along it. What the? I whisper, my voice trembling. I look under the bed and in the closet. There's nothing. Diego is sleeping in the next room, none the wiser. I don't wake him. I'm too afraid to move. I just sit there until dawn, listening for more noises. The following day, I was shaken, but I still did not tell anyone anything. Tia works at the taqueria, and Diego is skateboarding with his friends. I am alone, sweeping the porch, when I hear something, a sound, like this low, humming noise, coming from Elena's house. I know I am not supposed to go, but that curious part of me sneaks on over, heart racing fast. The air is thick, smelling of rotten seaweed and something sour. I look through a broken window, and Elena is on the floor, sitting in a circle of burning candles. She is humming, her voice low and out of tune, like it does not sound like her. The walls are covered in handprints, stained with this black, oily stuff that drips like it is alive. Her head is thrown back, her eyes rolled back, and she sways slightly, like she is in a trance. I am frozen and cannot move. Then her head turned in my direction, her eyes fixed on mine. Not white anymore, just dark and expansive. She smiles this huge, unnatural smile, showing too many teeth. "Juan," she says, voice sounding like it crawls out of a grave. I back away, trip over a rock and scrape my elbow. I am running before I even hit the ground. I don't mention it to Tia or Diego, but I'm seriously puzzled. Diego looks up from dinner and grins. "Yo, you look like you spotted a ghost, man." I mutter about losing my bike, but he raises an eyebrow, not trusting me. "You went to her house, didn't you?" "Idiot, I warned you she's trouble." Tia overhears and slams down a plate. "What?" "Juan, you'd better not be loitering around her. That girl's not good. Her mom says she's been drawing weird things, symbols all over her room." I nod, feeling a lump in my throat, remembering that smile and those handprints. 2 nights later, it's bad. I'm half asleep in bed and hear a sharp and panicked scream from Elena's house. It's not a scream you hear every day. It's like someone is getting hurt seriously. I jump up fast, my heart racing. Diego is already at my door, his eyes wide with shock. "Did you hear that?" he whispers. We creep to the window and see a crowd gathering outside her house. Neighbors and some old ladies with prayer beads praying. Tia is out there too, shouting, "Call Father Miguel!" She's at it again. Diego grabs my arm. "Don't go out there, man. I'm serious." But I'm already tying on my sneakers, that pesky curiosity burning inside me. "I'm just gonna look," I say, shaking him off. We creep closer, hiding behind a wrecked car. The screams stop, and we hear a low, mean growl that sends shivers down my spine. Someone in the crowd mentions they noticed blood on Elena's windows, dripping down like rain inside. Then, Elena's mom runs out, weeping. She's lost it. She's talking to him, her dad. I'm shivering but push through the crowd, and Diego's voice whispers, "Juan, stop!" I don't. I get to the door and look in. It stinks, rotten fish and blood. Elena's in the living room, tied to a chair with ropes, her wrists red and swollen. She's struggling around, shaking her head back and forth, saying, "He's here, he's here." Then she notices me, and she stops moving. That awful grin appears again, slowly. "Juan," she says, her voice low. "He sees you too." My legs feel like water. Before I can take a step closer, Tia grabs me and takes me away. "What are you doing, Juan?" she screams, her voice shattering. "Do you want to end up like her?" We leave Puerto Escondido a week later. Tia tells me a call was placed to the police that night. Elena had disappeared from her room, the door locked from the inside. They found the candles still burning, handprints on every wall, and a single word carved into the floor. Juan. The police said she ran away, probably hitchhiking north, but the town tells other stories. Fishermen reporting a buzzing over the waves, children saying a shadow of her is seen in the streets, eyes shining like oil. Tia will not speak of it. She only crosses herself when Elena's name is said. Diego sends me messages occasionally, asking, "Do you still think about her, man?" I do not answer. In California, I try to get on with my life. Every evening, however, I double-check my windows and lock my door. A month ago, I was flipping through old Nokia photos from that summer. One of Diego and I are at the beach, grinning like an idiot with waves behind us. Behind us, half blurred by the sun, a figure in the water. Long hair standing still, looking directly at the camera. I zoom in, my hands trembling. It's Elena, with the same crazy smile. I deleted the photo, but last night I woke up to it again. On my window, I did not look. Then, this morning, I found my phone on my desk, screen on, displaying the same beach image. I never saved it, and scratched on the back of my phone case, so lightly I almost didn't notice. Juan. I never was a fan of ghost stories. Melbourne was my home city. Grubby pubs, kebab stores, tram bells clanging constantly. Ghosts or whatever was just something people would joke about over a beer. So when I found a very cheap flat upstairs from a vape store in Brunswick, I didn't think twice. It was an old building with squeaky floors and a moldy odor. So what? I'm 27, just scraping by as a barista, and a place this close to everywhere for $300 a week? I was over the moon. But after 6 days in this flat, I am still looking over my shoulder, wondering if I will ever sleep again. It began the day I moved in, Monday last. I'm lugging boxes up a not-so-steep staircase, dodging peeling paint and spider webs, when I notice a trap door in my bedroom ceiling. It's a solid wooden panel, nailed shut with rusty old nails like something out of a horror film. The real estate agent, Gary, a nervous man with a comb-over and a suit that smells like cheap cologne, dismisses it. "Just a crawl space, mate. Old houses, you know, full of rubbish probably." But he's sweating bullets, his eyes darting about as if he's running late for his funeral. I ask him if anyone's been up there, and he just shrugs and says, "Don't worry about it," before hurrying off in a rush. It's odd, but I'm too exhausted to care. That evening, I slept on my mattress. No bed frame yet. Just my cat, Luna, and me at my feet. At 3 a.m., I wake to some noises above. Sounds like someone slowly, heavily pacing, bare feet on old wood. My heart is racing. Darn possums, I reassure myself, trying to calm down. Melbourne must have plenty of them, right? But then come the scratches, hesitant, like claws on the wood. I reached for my phone to call Gary, but there was no signal. In the middle of the city? That's rather peculiar. I lie there looking at the trapdoor, telling myself it's nothing. But Luna's ears are back, staring at the ceiling. The following morning, I woke up early, my eyes heavy, and inspected the trapdoor. One of the nails was bent, as if someone had bent it using their bare hands. No possum would ever bend a nail like that. I took a photograph and texted it to Gary. He called me back in 2 minutes, sounding rather agitated. "Don't touch it, okay? Don't go up there." "Hi, what's going on?" I say, pacing around the bedroom. "Something is off, right?" He stammers. "The last person heard strange noises." "It probably isn't anything. Someone will be coming tomorrow to repair it." "What noises? What kind of noises?" I shout. But he's already hung up on me, standing there with my cell phone stupidly clutched in my hand. That evening, I'm relaxing, watching the footy on my old second-hand television. Luna curled up on the couch, purring contentedly. Then, out of nowhere, The TV switches to static, loud and crackling. It's not normal static though. There's a fuzzy face, like someone looking through the screen with two big eyes. I pull the plug, my heart pounding, and the room is quiet. Then, I hear those noises from the crawl space once more. I grab a flashlight and a steak knife from the kitchen, don't ask me why, and climb up on a chair to the trap door. It's loose now, with 2 nails missing. I pry it open, and a cold wind blows at me, smelling like roadkill and wet earth. My flashlight shines on nothing but cobwebs, but as I shut the panel, something wraps its fingers around my wrist, hard. I scream, fall off the chair, and look at 3 bloody scratches on my arm, deep and throbbing. Luna's hissing, fur standing on end, glaring at the trap door. Wednesday, I'm awful. I didn't sleep, I have a sore arm, and Luna won't leave me alone. I call Gary and near shout, "Friend, something scratched me. What's in this apartment?" "Okay, calm down," he growls, trembling with fear. "It's likely rats or something. I'll have someone go out there today." "Rats don't bite human beings, Gary," I yell. "What are you not saying?" He grumbles something about old pipes and puts the phone down. Rubbish. I'm not sleeping there tonight. I share a flat with my mate Josh in Fitzroy, but I can't get the fuzzy face on the telly out of my head there too. Josh, this towering building laborer who fears nothing, waves it away. "You're just tense, mate. Old flats are spooky. Come out for a beer. Forget it." "Yeah, maybe," I reply, but I don't think so. I grab his cricket bat just in case. Thursday night, I'm home in the apartment, realizing how stupid I was to go on the run. Gary's handyman fixed the trapdoor nails, but the ones they replaced them with are loose already. I won't tolerate it. I leave my phone on a stack of books to record the crawl space at night. "I'm going to catch you, you jerk," I say, more to myself and a little to whatever is upstairs. I lock the bedroom door, put the cricket bat under my pillow, and try to sleep. At 2:17 a.m., my phone alarm blasts in my ear. I glance at the video, my hands trembling. The trapdoor creeps slowly open as if someone from the top is pushing it. Then I hear a voice, low and raspy, calling out in my name. "Jake! Jake!" A spindly gray hand reaches down, grasping at the air. I let the phone go, and the electricity cut out. It's pitch black. Luna begins yowling from the kitchen, not just meowing, screaming like she's hurt. I stumble over boxes as I go through the flat and discover her cage on the floor, the door torn off. She's in there, frightened but alive. Under the trapdoor, a puddle of black, oily stuff is dripping onto my rug and smelling disgusting, like death. I grab Luna and dash to my car, which is parked under a streetlight. I'm shaking, and she's shaking, so we huddle there until dawn. There's no way I'm going back in there alone. On Friday, I take Josh with me. He is nervous but intrigued, making jokes about Casper, the friendly ghost. We investigate the flat. The oily puddle is gone as if it disappeared. The trap door is nailed shut again, but the wood has faint scratches as if someone wrote letters. I squint and I feel uneasy. It's my initials, JT, scratched repeatedly. Josh notices it too, and his grin disappears. "Dude, that's freaky," he says, backing away toward the door. "You should talk to Gary." I called Gary and put him on speaker. "What is going on in this apartment, buddy? My initials are etched into the trap door." He falls silent for a moment, then sighs. "Okay, Jake, don't lose it. This used to be a butcher's shop, this building, back in the 90s. The guy who worked there, a bit of a crazy guy, died in a fire. Tenants have had problems since. There were noises, scratches, and some people saying they saw a figure. We've tried everything. Priests, mediums, you name them. Nothing holds." "Why did you not say anything?" I yell. "Didn't think it'd happen again," he snarls. "Look, Move out. I'll refund you, okay? Just don't go up there. Josh takes the phone. Mate, you're a shady guy. You knew that place was trouble. Gary puts down the phone. Josh glares at me. You're not staying here, mate. Pack your stuff. I'm leaving on Saturday, but my belongings, my clothes, laptop, Luna's equipment, it'll be one last quick night. That was a huge error. With a cricket bat handy, I'm packing when my phone buzzes. It's last night's video. It somehow kept recording. I press play, and there's that hand again, but now a face. Hollow eyes, wet paper skin, smiling like it knows me. It whispers, "You're mine now, Jake." And the screen darkens. My blood turns to ice. Luna is spitting, looking at the trapdoor which creaks, with nails emerging one at a time. I grab her and run, but the front door won't budge, as if it's being held shut. I pull on the handle, swearing, when the lights flicker off and the TV comes on. Same blurry face. Closer now, lips moving as if it's whispering my name. Luna scratches at my arm, waking me. I kick open the door, wood splintering, and run to my car. I'm speeding out of Brunswick Street, my heart racing when I look in the rearview mirror. For an instant, that face is in my back seat, grinning. I swerved, nearly crashed, but when I looked again, it vanished. I'm here at Josh's, sleeping on Luna's sofa. Gary didn't even blink when he returned my deposit. I heard the new tenant didn't make it 2 days before he fled. Same creaks, same scratches. I'm trying to move on, but Luna woke me up last night, growling at the bedroom door. I swear I heard my name, soft, like a breath on the wind. Josh says it's stressful, but Luna won't approach the door, and I keep my keys in my pocket, ready to flee at a moment's notice. Whatever is in that flat isn't bound to the flat anymore. It knows my name, and I don't think it's finished with me.